Hello everybody, Bowser from Techno Talk once again, coming at you with your second C++ tutorial. The last time we made this very simple program. Remember that you have to always include the #include IOStream at the beginning of any program. We have our main function int main with our brackets signaling our main block of code, using namespace std, which we need, and then we also need system pause and return 0, and the only line that is actually being executed and is actually changing in this program is cout hello, my name is Bilbo Baggins. Now we're going to work with some data types and some input. Data types are actually, again, I'm going to say it again, very simple to similar to Java, so it's a good idea to know Java. You have your basic int, double, long, all that stuff is going to be the same as Java. So let's go ahead and create a variable. Let's create an integer, call it int mynum, so it's going to be my number. And let's go ahead and actually give it a value. Let's set it equal to 24. I don't know why, just setting it equals 24. So now this is exactly the same as Java. You have your data type, the name of your variable, and then the equal to sign, and the value that you're giving it. Now say you wanted to output my number is, and then you could end this line, and then you could have cout another output line and say my num, and it will output my num. The problem with this right here though is that cout is not actually printing a line. All it's doing is printing what you have here. So what this will do, if we save it and then compile and run, is it'll have my number is 24 and then all that other crap that I told you to ignore. So my number is 24, which would be good for this example, but say we wanted 24 to be on another line. Well, actually you'd have to tell C++ to end L, which ends the line. So now if we save, compile and run, see my number is, and then 24 is on a new line. Again, ignore all this stuff down here. It's just because I'm using a virtual machine, so my command prompt is messed up. But yeah. Blah blah blah. Now an interesting thing is that you can actually combine these three lines right here. What's the point of writing cout so many times? What you can actually do is get back onto this line, cout my number is, delete that semicolon for now, and then you can just have this less than sign. You can just put another one here and say end L, and then have another one and say my num, and then put your semicolon. So this is my number is, and then it will end the line, and then it'll print my num. So if we save, execute, compile, and run, my number is 24, just like before. And say we wanted to put another end line here, so that all that stuff that's on my computer doesn't show up again. See, look, my number is 24, and then it puts all that stuff down there. My voice just cracked like 8 times this tutorial. And yeah, that's how you do it. Now, what if you wanted the user to be able to input the value of mynum? So let's go ahead and just create mynum as a variable, and then we would want this to say enter your number. And now we want it to actually get some input. Now, unlike Java, where there's a little complicated, you have to create scanner scan equals new scan system.in, and then you have to say scan.next int whatever. In C++, it's very simple. For output, it's cout. For input, it's cin. And then you're going to have, instead of these double less than signs, you're going to have double greater than signs. So it's the opposite of output. And then you're going to say my num. It's very simple. All this is going to do is it's going to ask you for a value, and it's going to store that value into int mynum. And then what you can do is you can have another cout and say my number is, and you can put on mynum, and then go ahead and end this line. And yeah, that's how you would do it. And now if we save this, execute, compile and run, it's going to say enter your number. If we enter 14, my number is 14. And that's how you do it. What else should we do this tutorial? So it's not even 5 minutes yet. I didn't expect to have this much time. Let's go ahead and do some operations, and we're just gonna go ahead and Actually, you know what? Why should I care about time? That's all for this tutorial. It's only been 5 minutes, but whatever. Make sure you check back to Techno Talk to see other C++ tutorials and Java tutorials and soon XHTML tutorials as well. Thanks for watching. See ya.